Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to JBPG City. And as you can see, traffic flow has improved immensely. It took me a little while to try and figure out exactly how to best sort the problem out, but it seems to have sorted itself out with the changes that I made. And the big change that I made was to add in another bridge here and make it single lane freeway in both directions like this. And so we've got a fast access route that runs across here, because a lot of the traffic that was causing the problems, once we kind of let things run a little bit and shake things out, a lot of the traffic was all just piling up into this inside lane in this direction, wanting to turn right into there. And I realized that I had to come up with a faster, more efficient route for people to get into that district, rather, just to prevent this whole area from clogging up. And that what was causing the problems in all directions, was just the desire of people to try and get into this district here. So what I did was create this bridge going over here, made it freeway so it's fast. As you can see, traffic can whiz along here very fast indeed. Run it up to the roundabout and put a junction in here. And this junction here, which came up and came off about here, I actually ripped up and then repositioned, put this curve in here like that, and smoothed that round and made that join the roundabout further up, so that we had actual space between our two junctions like that. And that seems to have completely resolved the issue. I've also reworked this area a little bit as well. So you can see now that we have still one way, but traffic feeding in this way to get to the rail hub, and then it comes out to here, and then there's the split. So if it does want to go that way and feed the district, then it can do. But more often than not, the traffic just wants to get back out onto the freeway again. So you can see it's all wanting to turn right. If we spin around, it's all wanting to turn right. Occasionally it turns left, but the vast majority of the traffic that's commercial or industrial wants to turn right and then goes back up to the roundabout and can then go off in whatever direction it needs to go. So that simple little change has made a massive difference to the traffic. It's prevented nasty pile-ups that we were getting, huge long tailbacks and queues, and has really smoothed everything out superbly. And now we are getting proper multi-lane use of the traffic on this area again. As you can see, if we run along here, you can see traffic is using all three lanes, because there's no other junctions as we whiz along here until we get to this junction here. So they're getting in lane nice and early for when they get to this point. So that has really made a massive difference. And it's the same here as well. Traffic's using all three lines, all three lanes, because there's no change until it hits this junction. So they get in lane pretty much instantly and stay in the lane they need for when they get to this point here. So that has really made these roads actually look better, because we've got traffic in all the lanes rather than just a single lane, as is often the problem. And it's improved the traffic flow, improved how quickly traffic can get in and out of districts. And I say that road there just made all the difference. It really did. And then just to make sure that we didn't get any nasty problems here, rather than put traffic lights in, I just put a stop junction in on this bit here. So every car here gets here has to hit the stop sign before it can pull out, and that works quite nicely because it keeps everything on this road running really smoothly and at good speed. And if there's a little delay getting out of here, then so be it, because everywhere else it's smooth and fine and flowing fast and working the way it should do. So yeah, I'm very happy with those changes that have been made. And there we go. That is how I managed to solve that issue. Beyond that, I don't think I've actually done anything else between episodes. It was just that. So sorting that issue out. Let's just take a quick look at our prison now. 183 people in there. All 5 vans are still out collecting people. If we take a look at our info views and go to crime. Where is crime? There. So you can see we have a 6% crime rate, not very high at all. Jail capacity is massive, because that also incorporates, I think, the larger police stations, they have a jail facility as well. So you can see we've got a lot of prisoners out in the yard there at the moment. But way below our overall capacity. Crime rate is pretty good at just 6%. I'm happy with that. So, with that looking so much nicer now, we can get some really great scenic shots of traffic in all the lanes in both directions, and with our rail connection there. That's a really nice shot, I think, just to see the rail lines in the road and the bridges going across. You can see trains moving in the background there on the other rail line. Just waiting for a train. We're waiting now for a passenger train to come through and just complete the look. Here we go. Brilliant. Love that. That looks just so much nicer now than it used to. And yeah, with those traffic issues resolved, it's really flowing superbly now. We are potentially going to have some issues when we do this bit of zoning, but hopefully it won't be too bad, since we have a way in and out on both sides of this district. So that's good to see. That might well be the next thing that we work on. I'm just having a look. There was one minor other change I did make as well. These buildings here, just on the other side of the station, were having real problems with noise complaints. And I thought it might be the roads, so I put trees, treed roads down here to maybe help with sound a little bit. But it made no difference whatsoever. I put trees behind to see if that might help a little bit. It certainly made it look a little bit nicer. But I realise it's just the noise from this station. So these little houses here have been dezoned, just this little section that you can see on screen, and turned to offices. We already had offices on this corner here, and basically those 4 buildings that you see there, they were initially residential, they're now office, and then we go back to residences just here. So that has solved the noise pollution issues that we were having. And hopefully everything will run nice and smoothly now in that area. Just looking around to see if we've got any other problems that need to be dealt with. Now, I mean, for the vast majority of this city runs very, very smoothly. We have very little that we need to do to maintain it. We just let it run and see what happens. So I would like to do a bit more development over here. I'm still not really sure what I want to put in over here. I would like to put the stadium in somewhere around here. I'm just not quite sure where. I'm thinking maybe here, because we still haven't done any of the football stadium stuff yet. So let me see. I suppose bring that down here. And what I can also do then is I can actually bring a metro stop in for the stadium as well. Plus we've also got the airport connection as well. We've got a freeway connection just here as well for fans, for travel. I think that would work really, really well just here. So let's go into find the football stadium. There it is. If we put that there, the big super stadium, that's awesome. We can maybe put a couple of hotels in around here as well. What I also want to do though is just work, I'm just going to pause for a second, just work on the metro system a moment. I want to get a metro stop in just here. So you can see there's our existing metro line. So what I want to do is have a connection there, and then this currently goes in on the other line there. What we'll do is we'll bring that out and down that way. So take that along to there and take it around to there, like that. And then I'm going to go to the lines like that. I want to drag this stop down to here, first of all. Oops. Go to track. Let's delete out. That connection there. Like that. And now, if I go back to route, now we can drag that there, like that, and then come back here. Add the lines in like that. And there we go, we've made the alteration that we needed to make without having to rip the line up completely and redraw it across all of the different stops. It means we're going to have a stranded train there that'll just disappear. There we go. But it's fixed the route, it's added in an extra stop and changed the platform access from one direction to the other, all with minimal effort. So that's really made a difference there. The only thing I want to do is just, for my own sake, is just rework this junction a little bit. Make it look a little bit smoother. There we go. And then the line will reset itself. There we go. So, we need to sort this out a little bit. We need some water over here. That's easy enough. Just take a line down from here. Like so. I need some power. Again, easy enough to do. There we go. So we've got a power line. And we haven't played about, well, I haven't played about with this at all, the Matchday DLC. So, let's have a look. So you can see here, if I pause this for a second, we have JBPG City FC. Oh, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? There is a district policy about Matchday stuff. I'm not sure what it is. So let's draw a little district just for the stadium. Let's square up the tool like that. I'm going to draw out on the other side as well because I want to have a little area, put a hotel or casino or something in there as well, as just so it's not just the stadium. So we'll have something over there in that block. We'll have a couple of roads going off to other services. But let's have a look at district policies, because I'm sure there's something for the football stadium. Was it the city planning? Events. Here we go. Subsidised youth. By spending money on training young players, the team has increased odds to win. Applies to all stadiums. To make it easier for fans to get to the stadium, public transport is free on match days. Increased amount of visitors raises the odds of winning matches. Higher security to patrol. So let's just add all of those in. Now I don't know if I actually need a specific district for this, but I'm going to add them in anyway. We're going to rename the district to to something for the stadium. No, I'm not giving away stadium naming rights on this. Before you ask, before you request come in saying, call the stadium this, call the stadium that, or I want the team name. Nah, this is my team. This is my stadium. So these are getting my name on them. I'm claiming these ones. I've given away a load of stuff already, but this one I'm keeping for myself. Let's draw in a little bit of space for extra stuff. There we go. So, I'm sure there was a hotel, big hotel, in one of these buildings. One of these categories. Might have gone past it. Seeing skyscraper. Cathedral of Plenitude. There it is, the luxury hotel. That's what I was looking for. It won't quite fit. And on that side, it's a little bit too big. How many squares do I get? I get 2 left over. Okay, so let's just take that little bit of road off. So that's where it was. That's where it needs to be. Go back to... There we go. So I've got the luxury hotel overlooking the football stadium. Actually, people in there could probably watch the match for free. Just get the top floors, could actually see inside the stadium and see the match. I have to pay, and they're going to get a full view. They're going to want to come and support them, support the team. So let's add in a little bit of commercial over here as well. So let's see. I want a specific district. That's tourism, leisure. This is what I want. This is to be a leisure district. There we go. Let's draw in some commercial along here. I want to have what am I looking for? A taxi stand. There we go. I want to have a taxi stand somewhere along here as well. Just there. We do need more taxis, so I'm going to throw in extra taxi depots in this space here. Let's get loads of taxis out into the city. Look at them all pouring out. My God, it's a sea of taxis, an army of taxis just flooding out of there. Look at them all just whizzing all over the place. They're still pouring out. Oh, there we go. That's the end of these 2 new ones over here. Still coming out over here, trying to. Ah, it's mental. Right, how many taxis do we actually have out on the roads right now? 25 per depot, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 depots just here. That there in itself is 150. And then there's another couple of depots. There's at least 1 more depot, maybe 2 more depots. So maybe it's up to 200 taxis. That's alright, I think, for 90,000, nearly 100,000 people. I don't think that's at all excessive. There we go. I want to have police and fire nearby. Put them down the side here, I think. Small police and fire department. I could put a health department down here as well. A little... Why are they still not getting water? Plumb the whole area in. Ooh, no. Wonky. Didn't I? Oh, I didn't connect it. Whoops. There we go. That's why. I drew the pipe in, but it didn't actually connect up to anything. Let's take that out and that out. Excellent stuff. And then this block just here. I need to go back to my district tool here. I need to be very precise with this. Perfect. So what I want to do is paint in a little block just here. Like that. And Birch Park is going to be leisure, and that should now spawn hotels as opposed to entertainment stuff for leisure. So those should disappear in a moment. There we go. And we should now get hotels and stuff start to spawn in that little block. No, they're not hotels. They're seafood restaurants. This one's a hotel, I think. Oh no, it's a club. Club 801. Let's take that one out. Leave that there like that for now. See what spawns in those two spots just there. Roads. Let's upgrade the roads to fancy stuff. There we go. There's a hotel going up. Look. Just needs something to go in on this corner here. Police and fire and health. I want those in here. So let's have health departments, small police departments, small fire departments. There we go. Need to extend my water pipes ever so slightly. Yeah, so that just covers it. Excellent stuff. Oh, there's a match going on, look. Almost at capacity, just 750 capacity. It's tiny. That's really, really small. We'll keep an eye on that and see how our statistics do. What have we got here? Let's go to that. Let's try something else in that spot. More commercial blocking just here as well. And that should be same as this stuff here. Yeah, that should be leisure stuff. There we go. Another hotel going up. That's cool. That's what I wanted to see. And what we got going up just here? Can't see what that is. Don't get too close. It's just a general store by the look of it. There's a barber's there. There's a music store. There's a tech nerd store by the look of it. Maybe something else on the far end. I can't quite see. Another kind of seafoody place. Is that? Yeah, it is. It's part of this district. Okay. Again, let's get this lined up properly. There we go. Just want to drag this down just a touch. Need to push that out a bit more. Make sure I cover those buildings. And I need to make this a little bit bigger. Aha, it's dezoned itself. Why has it done that? It was the wrong type. It's now going to pick up leisure, I think. I think it was picking up tourist stuff from here. It's interesting. Looks like it might be a little bit confused as to what it wants to do. And then let's just, again, square up. There we go. Clean that up like that. There we go. Yeah, those look more appropriate. Just debating whether to have anything down there or not. I think I'll leave it like that. There we go. So, hey, we won! Fantastic! That's brilliant to see. There's my taxi ranks. Have we got any taxis actually waiting? Not there, not there. Not there. I still don't think we've got enough taxis to actually have them queuing up anywhere, but yeah, we'll put the ranks in anyway, just in case. How's our prison doing? Oh, that's Terry Davis. Work it at the monorail station. He's got himself nicked for something. What's the capacity looking like? 167 currently in prison. So the population's gone down. Looks like some have been released. So I want to rename my district. Rename. That's JBPG Park. There we go. That's my little block just there. Nothing fancy, nothing too much. I do need something just here. To fill that space there. Suppose some more commercial won't hurt. Yeah, there we go, I like that. My little football area with my football team, my luxury hotel, a couple of standard hotels, and a nice little bit of you know, zone-specific commercial just there as well. Yeah, that's all still moving beautifully. Our metro is working nicely. Very pleased with that. So I'm actually going to make that my my thumbnail, I think, for this episode. There we go. Screenshot taken. Right. What else can we finish off? We've got this block just here. Let's put some stuff in here. So let's make sure we have water first of all. Same again over here. And I'm going to need a little bit just there. Right, what do I want to plot in just there? I might do a little bit of commercial and a little bit of office. Let's see, are there any unique buildings I can throw into that we looked at elsewhere and couldn't squeeze in? You know, I could go with a couple of these, couldn't I? These really big ones. A lot of space to eat up though. That's the Colossal Order Studios. You know what, I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm not a big fan of that building. It's just so it just looks pretty ugly, I think. It's a clever design, but it just doesn't look good. I do want the Grand Library over here though, somewhere. Won't fit there. Too much of a slope. Just trying to find a spot where I can get it in that isn't giving a, using up. Damn it. Let's drop that there. There we go. What else can we put in? Obviously I can't put anything too close to the railway line. See, as long as we've got a block of four, it's just we only get that single line on the other side. You see, that's a bit clunky to give up, and it just won't quite fit there. That's frustrating, really frustrating. And again, I don't want to have just single line offices around the side. I think maybe I need to just terraform the edge a little bit here. This is the right area, isn't it? So, level terrain, choose my area. Push that out a little bit. That should be enough. Oh yeah, there we go. Plonk that just there. Let's zone in some offices around here. Let's get some commercial around here. We'll put some residential in this block. Along there. I'm going to go for more offices in these bits here by the railway. Like so. Put some more high density residential in those bits there. Alright, what's that going to do? A, to my population, and B, to my traffic. Some of it's going to spill in from this direction. I think a lot of it's going to spill in from this area here. It's going to sort of flood in this way and then in here, and then kind of loop around that way, however it chooses to get there. So it's going to get very busy at that roundabout / junction. It's already pretty busy, as you can see. It's about to get a lot busier as this stuff starts to zone in. While that's doing that, let's go ahead and draw in the district. So again, I want to get my district tool nice and square if I can. Yep. Zone down there like that. And then again we have a straight line here. Let's get that line nice and straight. There we go. Excellent stuff, and then we'll just trim that edge there. And we'll just trim this edge here as well. Just to clean that up. Ooh, I forgot to, damn it. Got to fill in the middle bit first. No, it's not a problem. Wrong button again. There we go. Drop down a touch. Perfect. There we go. And then let's just fill that space in there. And there we go. A new district all lined up and ready to go. How's the zoning coming on? It's not bad. We've still got a bit of space here, haven't we? We could maybe do something with. Like that. Have a weird little junction there. And that gives us a little bit more space. Just drop in an extra block of houses there, and some extra offices there. Like that. Be interesting to see what happens actually with this block here, given that car park there. Might rebuild. Yeah, it took that other building down, look, to make space for this. Interesting. Stuff pinging up all over the place. It's good to see. What's traffic looking like? Not too bad. A bit of traffic feeding in from this direction, no more than usual. I think most of it is still coming through this area. It's not a massive amount of residential that we've thrown in, so it's not overly dominating the traffic, which is good. And I'm going to go ahead and drop in this episode's subscriber name now while I think about it. I've been asked by Sumu for a high density district. This is all high density, so we're going to rename this district here. As Sumu Square. There we go. So, that is this week's subscriber request dropped in. We are starting to get towards the end of the playlist. I do have a few requests left. I've got 3 or 4 more to go before I run out completely. So, last call really. If you do want to see yourself in the city and you haven't already put a request through, do make sure you get that in, because we are starting to reach the conclusion of the playlist. It's not going to happen immediately, but we are going to start probably slowing down on episodes a little bit pretty soon. We'll see with Spin Tires Mudrunner expansion coming out, the American Wilds expansion coming out. I do need to make some space in the schedule for that, so we will be slowing down on these episodes. They will no longer be every 2 days. Yeah, as I say, last call. If you have requests to be in the city, then you need to get those in within the next couple of episodes, because I will start cutting that off completely at some point in the very near future. So if you haven't already dropped me a request, you've only got a couple of episodes or so left before I stop taking requests. So do make sure you get those in if you haven't already done so. There is something a bit more special that I have still got to plan in for somebody. It's going to require a little bit of work, and I'm not quite sure where to put it. May possibly be up here in Malachi Falls. I don't know. We'll think about it. I had a police crime symbol pop up over here. Did somebody try and break out? I wonder. You know, when you get the high crime, like the mugger's headshot, you know, the guy in the balaclava, when that pops up, I just saw one of those pop up over the prison. Maybe there was an escape attempt. Very odd. A fire breaking out. One thing I have noticed, and I don't know if this is because of natural disasters, but when a fire breaks out, it spreads instantly all over the place. Once again, I keep getting asked, why did my forest over here, why did Anaf Forest keep burning down so often? It's just, you know, any fire in this area that breaks out is going to ignite these trees almost immediately, which is going to ignite the whole lot. You know, that fire could be, it could start here, but it would spread to these houses almost instantaneously. You see one building go up in an industrial estate, and immediately there's like 5 or 6 buildings on fire, all surrounding it. It just, you know, fires spread so fast now. It's like instantly, boom. Doesn't matter whether you've got fire detector or smoke detector distribution to reduce fires in areas or not. You know, the second one building goes up, all the buildings in the surrounding area are immediately incredibly vulnerable, and more often than not, they burn instantly as well. It's frustrating. But I don't know if that's tied into natural disasters or just the AI itself. Maybe if we toned down the disasters, they wouldn't burn or they wouldn't spark off so often. I don't know. It's one of those little strange things. Needs to be explored a little bit further. How's the team doing? Have we played another game yet? No, not yet. Nobody on the pitch. I'm going to keep the tickets nice and cheap. Football should be for everybody, not just the super rich. It's the biggest problem with football in this country. We've got wonderful teams. We've got the most profitable league in the world. The amount of money that we get for TV rights for the Premier League is insane, and a lot of the clubs are making so much money from TV rights. Money. It's incredible. We've got some of the best players in the world play in this country, but the ticket prices are just so expensive for the top clubs, and even for some of the smaller clubs, the prices are still pretty high as well. Football should be for everybody, and it just isn't anymore. With the price of new stadiums and super players and ridiculously expensive wages and the agent fees and go on top of that and everything as well. The common man has been priced out of football these days. It's just, it used to be, you pay a couple of quid and you could go along and watch a match every week, and you need to have a fairly hefty disposable income to be able to go and watch every match these days. It's just expensive, very expensive. So, yeah, I'll keep my prices here nice and cheap. Like I say, football's for everybody, not just for those who have tons and tons of money. And I will reflect that with my my prices. They will never go higher than they are right now. I'll probably just leave them like that for eternity. Might even drop the prices a little bit. You never know. Right, I think that's a good stopping point for this episode, really. Our new little district over here is zoning in quite nicely. Everyone in here seems to be quite happy. The football team has got off to a flying start with our new little area over here at JBPG Park, with a 1-0, one game played, one game won, and we have sorted out the traffic problem that we had here. So, yeah, that's enough for now, I think. I'm going to call it a day here. So, let's just get a nice, good panoramic shot of our city. There we go. Ah, that looks special, doesn't it? Brilliant stuff. Right, yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more JBPG City and our City Skylines mass transit playthrough here on the PS4 very soon.